to the March 22nd Community Recreation Commission meeting. Please lead me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have a full commission tonight. Alicia Bondar. I would like someone to put a motion out there to approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. The minutes from the February, Leah, what was the date on that? February 19th?
Was I supposed to mail them out?
All right, so some of us didn't get to see the minutes. We can table that till April.
February 22nd.
February 22nd. Public comment. We have Mr. Peter Kantz from the Grosse-Ile Nature and Land Conservancy. He has a project that they're involved with at Sunrise Park, and we'd like him to come on up and tell us a little bit about it.
I brought some pictures. The project that the Nature and Land Conservancy has going at Sunrise Park is a retaining wall just to the north of the stairway there. And I'll show you some historical pictures first. This is what the park looked like when the township first got it 6 or 7 years ago. It was a bit of a mess. This is the picture of the park after about 75 volunteers got together and cleaned it up, tore down the shed, and cleared away all the debris. Big difference there. About 2 years ago, the township commissioned Wade Trim to come up with a plan for the park. And this is the plan they came up with. I don't know how well you can see that. But this is the stairway right here. And the retaining wall, which was not part of this plan, is just to the north of the stairway right here. But what was part of this plan was a ADA compliant path that led from the top of the stairs over to the trestle, the old bridge trestle. And what they said in their plan was stabilize the slope using vegetation. Well, after looking at it, there was no way in the world we were going to be able to stabilize that slope well enough with just vegetation to actually put a ADA path up there. So one of the things that the retaining wall allows us to do is to build up that slope, put a flat up there right next to the top of the stairs, and then gradually slope that over to the trestle. Also what they show on here is a stairway leading from the, I'll say, the beach area up to that trestle area. So what we'll do with the retaining wall is bring it around here from the lower platform on the stairs in a 16-foot radius and end it just before where that stairway will eventually go in, or at least by this plan there will be a stairway over there. So what we're doing is actually putting this retaining wall in to actually, I'll say, facilitate the plan that was put together by Wade Trim. This is the drawing that Raines Engineering did for us. Locates the retaining walls. You see it right there, stairway retaining wall. They did all the topographical work, and they selected a wall for us which was similar to the walls that they put in over on West River Road just south of Westcroft Gardens when they did a drainage project over there. But after looking at those blocks, we decided those blocks were too small. They were too small because we had a retaining wall down there behind our bench, and kids would take it apart and throw it in the river. So we said, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to use big blocks. So we went out, tried to find out who made some good big blocks that we could use. And one of the places we looked at was the Gibraltar Kayak Lodge, if you're familiar with that. They put a kayak lodge over in Gibraltar a couple years ago. And they used a block that's real similar to this block here. This is a block made by Ready Ready Rock, and these blocks are big. These lower blocks here are 4 feet long, 41 inches deep, and 18 inches high, and weigh 2,500 pounds. So kids aren't going to be able to pick those up. These other ones that go as you go up, the blocks get smaller, but the smallest block weighs about 1,500 pounds. So that allows us to have something that isn't going to be taken apart, isn't going to be able to be abused, and should last forever. Maybe as long as the pyramids, I'm not sure. The block itself will be what we call ledgestone block. It looks like this. Only it looks brown. My printer printed this out a little green looking, but they'll look like that. The texture's like that, and they're a brown rock. And the shape of the wall itself, this is a plan view of the wall. This is the lower platform of the stairway, so it'll just be between this lower platform and the road. And it'll come out on a 16-foot radius and run sort of on a diagonal back towards the river. This area right in here, which is the end of the wall, we're in the process of adjusting that right now. Some of that area has changed because of all the erosion that's taking place from kids walking up and down that slope. So it's a little different than what the topography map actually shows. And also there's a lot of buried concrete in that area. So we're trying to work around that area right now. So what you saw down there today might change a little bit in that area.
Are you saying 16 or 60 feet?
16 feet, yeah. The total wall length is about 54 feet. And hopefully, as we've been talking to our contractors and things, we hope we can get this done. I'll say we hope we can get the installation of the retaining wall and the grading of the slope behind the retaining wall done by the end of next week. And then we have to go back and start landscaping that area, putting vegetation in, et cetera. And that may take a little while longer. You know, we have to go on bids on that, or we'll do it ourselves over time. But hopefully the whole project, will be done by June 1st. That's the plan. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Who's paying for this?
Nature and Land Conservancy.
The township's not paying for anything?
Nope. Such a deal, huh? Any other questions?
We
Peter,
want
I
to
just wanna
thank you. Yeah, we want to thank you for securing that donation and all the work you guys are doing down there. So thank you so much.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Peter, thank you. Appreciate it.
Anyone else? Public speaking? No? Presentation? Oh, public comments. My report, we, as you know, there's going to be a few new people coming on next month, and a couple of them are in the room right now. And I want to say thank you for the ones that are stepping down. I believe there's 4 of you up here. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, 3. And because we had a seat open. We want to thank you for everything you've done, Walt. You have been such an amazing leader. And I not only know you through here, but, you know, we've hung out together. You are just one, and I've learned a lot of what's going on. And your enthusiasm with the parks and the playgrounds and making sure it's clean and safe for the kids, and everything else you do. I know you're going to stay and be parts of all our events and things like that. And Miss Leah, to my left, amazing secretary. You've been here 10 years?
More like 18.
18 years.
Wow.
So this is community service for volunteers at its finest, as you can all see, sitting to my right and my left. And we would really like to thank everyone and for what they've done. Any comments? Any well wishes? We good? All right. Oh, that's my update. That's what I have. I have something down at the bottom for the events and stuff. But so the director's report, Ms. Kim O'Farrell.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. I, too, want to thank the commissioners for all you've done. I know it's been a short time with me, but obviously a learning process, getting to know all of you, and greatly appreciate everything you've done for the support. Obviously hard coming into a new position, lots of challenges that we have ahead, so thank you very much for being part of this team. So I just wanted to get that out as well. Just some updates that's going on in the rec department. At the marina, if you've been driving by, you have seen Hearst Marina out at the municipal marina, and they have been doing a lot of repairs on all the piers. I did a walkthrough with Trustee Nelson about a month and a half ago. We went through each pier by pier. What's broken? What's tilting? What's this? What's that? There was a lot out there. So I got a price from them. It was very reasonable. Definitely under budget. So, all the piers are now safe, repaired. So all of our participants coming back, you'll see a notice out there. And we're also going to be continuing cleanup out at the marina. The areas kind of coming around the corner there, all those blocks, that's all going to be cleaned up. That's the goal. It's a marina. We want it looking nice and fresh, not a lot of debris floating around and those types of things. So you'll see some changes coming up the pipeline at the marina. Excuse me. And also the ADA kayak launch has gone in. So that launch is ready. The soft launch I will have ready probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks with the carpet. There are still signs up at Sunrise Park for various reasons because of the construction. We asked all the residents, at least at Sunrise, try to stay out of that area until that construction's complete because there's lots of stuff going on down there. So that launch in that area, again, I'm going to be waiting and watching with Peter when that's safe to go in and use that launch. The golf course, for those that follow us on Facebook, you get all the information that comes through the rec department. So if you like us on Facebook, I did post a special March Madness. There'll be $50 off unlimited golf and pool passes starting next week, and it's for 5 days only. And then also there'll be $10 off the family and individual pool passes. So like us on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, you're not going to know about all the deals and specials that we have coming up. So, but I did want to announce that tonight as well. And then the golf course, we're getting things ready. I would say by April 16th, we're going to have a soft open, meaning you can walk the course. It will be ready for play. Our carts are coming in the following week. And then the course will open full hours, full play, April 27th, which is a Friday, because we want to make sure the carts are there, everything's ready to go. So that's our date, obviously weather pending. Peter spoke about Sunrise Park, the retaining wall. Again, thank you, Peter. And then upcoming events, it's posted up there. We have the Easter event this Saturday. We are filling up quick. We only have about 20 spots left, because there is a capacity. So please call Water's Edge, register online. We have a lot going on. The weather's going to be good. It's going to be good. It was supposed to snow, but now it's changing. So the kids get to see the bunny. We have prizes, goodie bags, refreshments. There is a bouncy house, and there will be a balloon artist as well. The next senior luncheon is May 9th at 12:30 at the farm. And you can register at Water's Edge, so stop in and see us. Our hours are still 9 to 5, and we will change that April 27th. Heading into that weekend, we'll be open 7 to 7 and weekends. Open table tennis, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 3:30 to 5:30 at the farm. And then also our pickleball is still continuing on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. I also wanted to put some flyers up for our GYRA groups. I know sometimes, they have a hard time getting their information out to the community. So I reached out to all the presidents of soccer, football, baseball, hockey, all of them, and said, I want to help you get this word out to our community. So I will be kind of helping them, get their information up. There's a flyer from the football and cheer group. They have some signups going on April 14th and then April 21st. So if you're interested in football, you can contact them directly. Joe Pizzo is now the president. And they do have the website up and running. So there's the football information. This one's kind of printed a little big. And this is the information that was submitted by Gyra Baseball. They still have openings for their 14U and 18U. That is the baseball and softball, and they have late registrations for 8U, 10U, and 12U, baseball and softball. If you have a child that's interested, contact them directly. They have their websites up and running. And Kevin, I know, is here from soccer. And Kevin, do you have anything for soccer? Nothing yet? I believe he'll have a presentation for the next meeting. So I did want to get that out for our community sport groups. Can you see that? This is This is the new magazine. It is called Profile Grow Seal. This is actually what the cover is going to look like. It will be our friendly bike lady. And for those that are watching tonight, listening tonight, this is what it will look like. We want to make sure that everybody knows that channels will not be coming to the house. It will be Profile Grow Seal with all of the summer programs. I'm excited. It's going to be a nice thing for the community. So that should be coming out the last week of April, if not the first week of May. We're in the final putting things together. So there's the front cover. So look for the bike lady, and that's where all your parks and recreation events will be coming to you. Any questions?
Questions for Kim? Everybody like that cover that they selected with the red for the island?
Bad design.
That picture was taken from Tour de Eel last year. That bike, the bike thing the Rotary does, yeah. Oh, I can't say that. Oh.
I do have one more thing. Sorry, there's a lot going on, obviously, and I'm taking up the mic tonight. But I know I've had a couple inquiries about our summer camp this coming summer. We are in the final stages of having summer camp for our residents. That would be ages 6 to 12. We are looking at Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now. And this is going to be held at the farm. I've talked to so many residents on the island, working moms and dads and grandmas. And I know a lot of these kids are going off island for camp. And I don't want them going off island anymore. So we're going to do this thing, hopefully final stages. I am narrowing down a director of this camp. I'm doing interviews right now, putting that staff together, licensing, those types of things. So this is something new and big, and a lot of the parents are very, very happy that their kids will not be sitting at home doing the computer, laptop, and gaming all summer. We're going to keep them busy at the farm. Working on pricing, budgeting, those types of things, and it will be a reasonable price for all of our residents. So that's coming. That will be out, obviously, in the new magazine and also on Facebook. Okay?
Do we want to give a shout-out about the hiring process go ahead, yeah.
I'm still accepting applications. We have gotten a few, not as many as I'd like to see, so I have extended that until we fill these positions. I've had a lot of questions. How old do you have to be to work? The state of Michigan is 14 years old. I did check that up on the website and did some research, a little bit different in Ohio. And again, the township right now, I don't think has a policy. I'm researching some of those things. This is kind of a new area for me. But, I encourage, right now I'm looking at 15 for payroll purposes, but I'm encouraging our middle school students, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, for those junior camp counselors. That's those volunteer positions working with the camp, because we're going to have 6-year-olds in the camp. There's no reason a 7th or 8th grader can't work with those 6-year-olds. So, we're going to need as much help as we can get. And again, I think that's a good work experience. I'm trying to get the middle school a little bit more involved with Parks and Recs, including my daughter. I'm putting her to work this summer. She's going to lead the pack. But but I'm still looking. I still need applications. Pro shop, maintenance, custodial, lining the ball diamonds for baseball, concessions. Now we'll have at the swimming pool, those types of things. So for those that need a job, please get that in. We need it.
Yeah, I know. There's parents listening out there. Yes, I know your kids are coming home from college. They need to contact the rec department now. Maybe over Easter break. Maybe push that even a week.
Yeah, I'm
later
just
or
gonna.
something.
I put a deadline on there, but if I don't get what we need or enough applicants,
What are the 3 things that are required? I know there's, lifeguard obviously is the.
lifeguards have to have the
certification.
lifeguard certification.
Right.
But I'm still gonna hire quality staff and people that are qualified for the positions. As far as the first aid, safety, and CPR, I think that's what you were referring to. I spoke
Right.
with the fire chief today, and he's going to do a training for all the new staff coming on board. So we've got that organized, so that's a good thing. But all the Parks and Rec staff this season will be certified first aid, CPR, and AED. So,
What a great thing to have a summer job working for the Parks and Recreation area. And
yeah, it's going to be fun. So, any questions? Good.
good. Any old business to discuss? New business? Number A, vote to approve. Well, we vote to recommend, right, to the Township Board. The new commissioners to the Grosedale Recreation Commission. Upon approval, the recommendation of the Township Board will be on Monday, March 26th. That's next Monday. I know there's a couple of you out here. I'm going to run down the names. Should they come up or no? Or
Well, explain your process.
so we had we filled 5 seats, and we had 9 applications, and the process was a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. There were some of us up here, too, that were involved with that. And we narrowed it down. We took a lot into consideration. And I am excited, as I know you are, about going forward with these new youngins. New youngins coming on the commission. So I'm going to start out with... one thing, though, each person was kind of chosen because they have a specialty, too, going down there. One's sports, one's numbers, one's a dad.
All the applicants, I mean, were good.
Yes, they were.
And I think that was the hard part, as we interviewed, Helena, you were there, Leo was there. You're kind of, it seems like we're interviewing for a job in a weird little way, but I think as a group, as a committee, everybody kind of agreed on these individuals because they brought something, to Parks and Rec,
Sure.
which was nice. So,
And the process is we are filling these seats with staggered terms. That means 2 of them are coming in at 1 year. Oh, 3 are coming in at 3 years. I'm sorry. That's
still staggered.
Yeah, it's staggered. First on the list is Mr. Kevin Naso. Kevin, you want to come up here and introduce yourself, please? And you all start next April 26th, right?
Speech.
Kevin Naso, although we did soccer, now been here for 15 years, so looking forward to it. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
You?
We have Kyle DeBose. Kyle, a little bit background. He will be here in April. His family is major history of Westcroft Gardens and on the island. Rich Brower, you're out here, Mr. Island Roots.
Good evening. I'm Rich Brower. I was born and raised here through my youth years. Went away and then came back 5 years ago. I've got a pretty deep family history on the island. My family's been here since '46. My grandfather founded the auxiliary police, which he remained the chief of that till the day he died. I currently am on the fire department. I'm actually the president of the Fire Association. And I'm also on the, I can't remember everything I'm doing.
Historical.
I'm on the Historical Society board as well, and as well as the Rotary. I'm looking forward to working with all you guys. I think I can bring some good things to the table, and if I don't, you can just kick me out. So, thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
thanks, Rich.
We have Brandon Antosh. I think you were in that meeting when we interviewed Brandon downstairs, and it was he's very interesting. Helena was there. Young family. Yeah, he's getting married, yeah. And young family, military guy, finance guy. Yeah. So we'll see them all next month with that. And then Wendy Kearney will be coming on as our new secretary, which she has a little bit of background. She's also with the PAT now. It's not the PTA, and parents and teachers. And she'll give you her background next month when she's here. So we want to welcome everybody, and we will see you on April 26th, if not at the Township Board meetings. Here's Mr. Kyle. Kyle, you want to come on up here for a second, introduce yourself? We were just speaking about the new people coming on in April. This is Mr. Kyle DeBose. Hey,
Hello.
Kyle.
Hello, everyone. I sorry, I just walked in, but I'd been speaking with Kim and Chad, and they both asked me to come on, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to do so. And yeah, and looking forward to it and meeting you all and learning more about what I can do to support you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. Can you tell some of the commissioners weren't able to attend the interview? Can you just tell them a little bit about you?
Sure. Moved to Groseal permanently 4 years ago, but visited here all my life. My grandparents lived here. My aunt Denise lived here. My family's 8th generation Islander. We go way back. Westcroft Gardens over on West River Road. My wife and I currently are trying to restore the Rucker Stanton house over there, and my cousin Erica is leading Westcroft Gardens now. So we're doing our best to keep things going for the next generation. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
So the 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 5 recommendations. We need to go to Township Board. Do we need to?
Legislate. Yes. Make a recommendation.
Second.
I move that we recommend to the board these 5 people, 1-year terms and 3 terms. I'll get that in the minutes, correct?
Yes. All right.
All right, I'm so moved. And
Do you need a second?
I do.
I'll second it.
Any discussion about this?
No, I just want to say wish them all good luck. And
All in
Welcome.
favor?
Welcome.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. Welcome aboard, guys. Waters. Okay, here we are. Subcommittees. Township Board Liaison, Mr. Jim Nelson.
Thank you again for putting up with me. I, too, want to thank all of you that are leaving the commission. I don't want you to go away. I'd like you to, continue to volunteer and help all you can, because obviously we need volunteers to make everything work. So thank you again for your service. The new commissioners, if they could, ideally be at the Township Board meeting at 7:30 on Monday, the 26th, because you'll be sworn in, or at least recognized by the Township Board. So it's good if you can show your face. If you can't, understand. But 7:30 right here on Monday.
Right. Well, that was my question.
Sure.
How high up are they on the agenda?
I think it's 5.
We'll move them up.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Not to
know.
worry.
one's got a flight out of here. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. That it?
That's all I have.
Okay, thanks,
Kim's so
Jim.
good, I have nothing to say.
All right. The Shalkey Open Space and Greenways updates.
the Open Space and Greenways Commission met, and I think I was not there, but they are continuing to work on the various repair of the various trails, and they're working with the Conservancy on some projects also, and that's all I can think of right now.
Okay.
Had a bad day.
Oh, you look good. We'll move on to Kim. You have anything addition about Water's Edge?
I'm good.
You're good? Mm-hmm. Culture events and programs for me. Well, we have a little event coming up June 1, 2, 3, which is Island Fest 2018. We're looking for sponsors and exhibitors. We've got a great lineup. We really need a lot of sponsorships. If you go onto the GrosealIslandFest.com and you click on the applications, you can go on there and volunteer too. It takes 2 minutes to go on there and read what you want to do and where you want to be placed, and we would love to have you, more important than ever, to do this year. We would also like to tell you that we've secured the concerts for the Riverfront Concert Series at Water's Edge. Riverfront Concert Series at Water's Edge. The first one starts on June 28th, and the ones we have booked so far, the last one is July 26th. Those start at 7 p.m. at Water's Edge on Thursday nights. We even have one booked for July 5th, which we had skipped last year. So we got some good groups coming up. You can go to the new magazine, and it will have it lined up. And is that on the rec department's website yet?
It will be.
All right, it'll be
The
listed.
new magazine, we'll have a link to that, just like we did with channels.
But 6 of the bands have been booked and confirmed, and so we're excited about that. One other thing, next Thursday, we're having a little meet and greet at Smokies on the Water. Some of our commissioners want to come and just tell who they are, hang out for a little bit. We're going to have the opening of the patio at Smokies next Thursday, March 29th. Starts at 5 o'clock, and a lot of you are off the next day because the next day is Good Friday. So we hope to see you all there, and let's start the season off good.
Yes, bartenders are.
I will be working behind the bar along with John Bergen, who is the new Rotary president, starting in June, and he's also on the festival commission. So come on down next Thursday from 5 to 8:30. There'll be live music, and why do they always say live music? Is it opposed to dead music? I never got that. Like a live DJ or something. Live DJ.
It's not on the radio. There's a live person.
So I think that's it. Centennial Farms, Dr. Woodward.
Nothing new.
All right.
Horses are still there.
We need to go in and reevaluate that fence and what we can do in phases and stuff.
I have that going.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yep.
you. All right. See, I get around and look at things. Airport Rec, Mr. Greg Meering.
Yeah, just something real quick. Mike Cornell with the Gyra Baseball sent Kim and I both a email about the fields, and basically, in a nutshell, he's evaluating the areas for their baseball fields. There's 2 options, really. Currently, the 5-year plan calls for the location south and north of the sled hill, where Giza currently has their temporary field and a temporary parking lot. The other option is the airport property south of the sled hill, but that option would require airport commission approval, so they're looking at that. Hopefully they will get back to us before the next meeting.
We good? Thanks, sir. We would like to welcome back Miss Ethel Yops. Thank you. She's here tonight representing our senior citizens and our senior Olympics and programs. Ethel, do you want to say a couple things to us down there?
I have some things to say.
Okay.
First of all, the seniors want to say thank you for the wonderful dinner on the for St. Patrick's Day. They had the best corned beef you've ever had in your whole life. It just melted in your mouth, and it was great. And, of course, everyone always enjoys Eddie O. And then Kim already announced about the pizza and trivia on May the 9th. And at the present time, I don't have anything about the adult programs, but they'll be in the new magazine. And then I'd like to thank Walt and Lee, and now I understand Ann isn't going to be back either. But they've had all 18 or more years of serving, the excellent commitment to the Recreation Commission, and many of their years they've served Walt as a chairman, Lee as secretary, and they've both dedicated and giving their time and expertise to the commission, to recreation, to the directors, and to the Islanders residents. They'll be missed by myself and the department as a whole, and my hope is that the Township Board and the people of Grove Seal appreciate all they have done to promote great recreation on the island. They've given of themselves for everything, for the enjoyment of all the people. And Ann, I'm going to miss you too. I didn't realize until just this week that you weren't going to come back. And for all those baseball people who are looking forward to the opening of the baseball, if you haven't heard, it's going to be May the 29th at 1 o'clock. And usually it's not until like about the 6th or 8th of April, so it's really early this year. So for right now, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethel. Leah, do you want to introduce Alicia?
Yes, Alicia, down at the other end, will give the school report. Nice to see you, dear.
So March was kind of like that month between winter and spring for us right now. It wasn't too busy, but it still was kind of busy. We had our Sadie's Dance, which was Jersey themed. It was March 16th, last Friday. We're also hosting a Fleece and Thank You event right now. This is a fundraiser that was inspired by a high school junior who's been out of school basically almost this entire year so far with the cancerous brain tumor. They're fundraising for an organization that makes fleece blankets and gives them out to children with cancer in the hospital. And this was a organization that really helped her when she was going through chemo. And every time she said that she goes to chemo to the hospital, she always has her blanket with her. It's like her security blanket now. So it's a really good organization, and we're going to be having fundraisers during lunch and during school, and there's also going to be a spaghetti dinner coming up pretty soon over at St. James Church. So be on Facebook for that, because the word is spreading a lot on Facebook right now. Our spring sports are starting now. All teams have begun training and will begin competing soon as well. The Rock CF Marathon this weekend, various high school clubs and teams will be hosting the water tables at the mile markers for the runners, and we're also going to operate as the marshals. There's been a robotics competition. The Wired Devils high school robotics team earned the Industrial Award and Imagery Award at the last competition. They also moved on to the quarterfinals and playoffs, and they're going to be competing for a world competition spot again next month. The HOSA competition. This is Health Occupation Students of America. This is a huge organization, and this weekend is their state competition. We have a few students moving on to their states from our high school, which is a huge accomplishment just to make it. They've competed already against thousands and thousands of students just in this area to make it to the state competition, and they're going to be competing against thousands more teams this weekend. So best of luck for them to move on to nationals. The Winter Sports Banquet was held. That was March 19th. Lots of awards were given out, and there were a lot of Huron League Scholar athletes again to go Corsiel. March 8th was a half day, and also the Michigan State Band Orchestra Association band competition. The Wind Ensemble Band earned a score of 1 on all of our prepared pieces and a score of 2 on sight reading. We also qualified for the state competition. Spring break is going to begin March 30th and run till April 6th, and we've begun our high school musical, which is going to be The Wizard of Oz, and it will be airing on April 20th through 21st. Yep.
Thank you. That was my one note, was Wizard of Oz. I forgot about that. Tickets are only $10, and they're doing a Friday performance and a Saturday matinee and a Saturday night, and after the Saturday matinee, you get to have a meet and greet with the cast. So thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much.
And I heard that the meet and greet from the cast is stopping by the Easter event.
They are.
They are.
See them Saturday morning. They're going to be singing. No, it's fact. Courtney hit up Kim and I. Yeah.
They'll be at the marathon, too, running one of the water stations.
Are they going to be dressed in their Wizard of Oz costumes?
Yes, they will.
Sweet. Find out which one. I was doing photos. Great. Right. Miss Ann Mayron, you have a update here at the Playscape and the park?
Yes, I would like to, I don't have anything new on the Playscape, but I would like to thank the Grosse-Ile Nature and Land Conservancy for their continued work at Sunrise Park, and it'll be nice to see that retaining wall get put in. So, and it was a pleasure to serve on the Recreation Commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion items about the new publication, Kim?
I already did.
All right. Extended public comment out there, anybody? No? Ann, anything else you want to say tonight? No. Okay, I'm going down the individual commissioner comments. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Leah?
Yes, I would like to just thank everybody for all the help that you have provided over the years that I've been on the commission. Special greetings to the Open Space Commission. I think I'm going to miss them as much as I'm going to miss this, but I'm going in some new directions. I've only got so many volunteer hours left, so I just had to give up something, and this was the one that was probably the hardest to give up. But thanks to everybody for the support over the years. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Walt Ketcher.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. I met some great people, on this commission, outside the commission, in the community. It was a great time. I encourage anyone to volunteer in the community. It's really a great experience, and wish the current board or commission good luck. Kim, especially you, good luck with that, and the new commissioners. Thank you.
Leah, you had something?
Yeah, I just remembered as Walt was reporting that he and I came together when they combined the Water's Edge Commission and the Community Rec Commission, and we have been hooked at the hip ever since. He is president, chair, whatever, and I as secretary. So I guess I really should say a special thank you to him and his wife and his family for all the support over the years.
Right back at you, Lee.
And Kim, I forgot about you. I'm just leaving it in good hands. You're a wonderful person, and I'm available to volunteer. I might even show up at the Easter event.
I'll still do the parade. I still get to do the parade.
Yes. I will definitely need you guys. So, I don't want it to view that it's over. I think we're going to grow. That's how I view it. So, and I appreciate everything. So,
Miss Helena?
You got to do it.
I want to say thank you to everybody that's leaving and welcome to those that are coming. That's all.
She brings cookies.
I bring cookies.
All right. Mr. Gregg?
I want to thank the commissioners that are leaving also. So,
if you add up all of the non-local, that is to say the network programs that...
don't be strangers. I'd like to think we're friends. Just because you're leaving doesn't mean our friendship ends. So, other than that, I got nothing.
Thank you. Walt, there was always something that I remember you saying towards the end of the meeting. It was like your little...
My little thing?
Turn your thing on and repeat that. Yeah.
Volunteer in your community.
Take the time out and volunteer for your community. Ethel, do you have something you'd like to say too?
If I may, I'd like to thank everyone that was so wonderful while I've been away, and I'm happy to be back. I've just been home since January the 15th, since August the 2nd, so that's a long, long time. But the people are so wonderful, and since I've been home, I have people that are picking me up to take me places, and I have 3 people that were a godsend to me that when I needed them so much. So it's just wonderful to have such great friends, and thank you, everyone, for being so great.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Ethel.
Welcome back. Alicia, anything you want to add in here?
I'd like to thank the members that are leaving for making this such a warm environment and a great place to be in. I'm going to miss you all in the future. Thank you.
Good luck in college.
Thank you. Are we good tonight? I'd like to remind you the next meeting date. Well, remind most of you. Remind the public out there too. April 26th at 7 p.m. We'd like people to come on down, see what we're about, and welcome the new commissioners. And I'd like to recommend that we adjourn the meeting at 7:46.
Wow.
Motion.
Can I get a motion to adjourn at 7:46?
Motion to...
Say second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Thank you.